Hello, welcome back to Melody Live Nodding. This episode, I want to show you the breakdown on how I created these effects. You probably have seen this something similar in the past, but today we're gonna do it differently and updated this setup because we are Blender 5.1 Alpha now. Okay, so if you can guess, we start with a bunch of points. So in order to do that, you can distribute some points, and in this case, I started with a bunch of points, 500 points, and I generate a random point value. And the next thing I did in this case, I use an index input and store the value into blah, store like points value, points, custom attributes, so I can reuse this blah later on in here. Okay. And the next thing I did was to run the points through simulations and using noise texture and simply just run the simulations. I end up with a bunch of points and I want to turn the points into curve. So I use points to curve. And in here, I'm using this custom value blah and plug this into curve group ID so that we know how this point to curves will work. Without this, we're gonna get different result. And then I also use the same value with random value here. So each of the curve will have different thickness. And the cool thing, of course, is this new node called curve to tube, which basically convert curve into tube. And we have the ability to have rounded. We can choose between like flat end or rounded or even custom. Like if you use like Susan head, you can do that as well. So I want to point something interesting. So if I start from scratch, so I just probably need to show you from scratch. Okay, let's do this. Save. Point to curve trail. So that's the setup. We're gonna make a bunch of points, right? We can start with points on face. So distribute points on face is slightly different. I will have a plane, for example, grid, plug this there. So we have a bunch of points. If we look here under spreadsheet, we can see we have points and we have also this point ID. Point ID is generated procedurally, but this is important. And if we are doing this differently, if we start with points and we have just the points, we don't have ID here. I don't know why, but it's just the way it is. So if we are doing it this way, it's totally fine. But remember, these points will not have ID. So something to keep in mind. But you can always create a custom ID. Store name attributes. So that's the value coming in and just name it blah, right? So we have index different value and we can use it later on, okay? But I want to show you also, of course, this using this grid. Okay. So we have a bunch of points on the grid. What should we do next? We want to move the points and create some kind of trails. So in order to do that, we can use simulation. Okay. And let's do it this way. The way we're gonna do it, we're gonna use join geometry. And we plug this in and we also join them together. So we're gonna have trails for sure. set position, vector noise. It's a quick example with the noise plug into offset. We're gonna end up with trail. It's quite strong. Make it 0.1, and it's gonna shoot out like that. So maybe use vector math and normalize this. Okay, now we have something more interesting. Okay, it's pretty basic, just the noise influencing the position of points in time because we are inside the simulations. And then for every simulation on every frame, we're gonna duplicate the points and then and so on and so on. Okay, if you points to curve, use points to curve, we're gonna end up with this. It's still kind of interesting, but we probably want to use the group. So that's why we can use the ID of the curve. I believe we use the name attribute. We also gonna have ID. We have point ID because it's automatically generated by this distribute points on faces. How about if we are using our own points? If we use our own points, you will see that it's not gonna work. Surprisingly, we need to create our own points ID. That's why we have this node. So we're gonna plug this there and plug this there. Okay, we end up with nothing because we don't have group, but we can use our attributes and plug this there. Yeah, so something to keep in mind is important, not always obvious. So curve to tube. This is kind of new. I like this node. We can control. We have so we end up with this actual mesh based on a curve, and it's a tube, and then we can randomize. If I use random value and plug this into the value, we're gonna end up with this. Like I don't know. It's pretty random. It's updated on every frame as well. Not pretty great, but it's still kind of interesting. And what if we use this blah value and plug this into the ID? Now we have something that's a little bit more controllable. Okay. We can still randomize the seed. So every curve will have different radius. And we have total control on how many curve we want. So, right? It's pretty cool. So we have this now. I believe if we actually set point radius, because it's a point, or actually set curve radius, because it's already a curve. Okay, yeah, we have that as well. Similar effect. Okay, so we shouldn't put this there. We still want like a stable curve. Okay, so the next thing we do, if you want to colorize, set material as usual. Same drill. We want random color, we go to if or cycles actually. Go to shader. RGB saturation value, and is that point info or random based on point, curve, object. I think it's gonna be object. doesn't seem to work. Curve. Is it a curve? I don't think it's curve. Oh, actually, random based on, in this case, if I use random per island, it's going to be, somehow we need to use random per island. I don't like the random per island so much because it's either, I think object info is better. Random per curve doesn't work. Random per particle, it should work with particle as well. Not in this case, we need to use proper particles and instance. Oh well. For now, the one that works is actually random per island. So yeah, that's the setup with this. We can do something different in the next video. I will show you how we can generate noise from a grid. So we have actually new nodes related to grid, not the normal primitive grid, but grid that's actually part of volume. So it's a volume grid, so it's like volumetric, but you can have like grid, and grid is a new new data value in Blender 5, and we can use the grid and use that grid to move points. Okay, so yeah, probably in the next video we're gonna talk about that. So thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.